Some days your brain flat out refuses to cooperate. And what do we do when our brains are taking a little snoozy nap? That's when we rely on rituals. Hey squirrels, welcome to ADHD, where ADHD isn't some clinical diagnosis, it's just life. I'm AV, your always honest tour guide through this beautiful mess. Over here, we're not about fixing yourself. We're about figuring out how to actually enjoy your life as you are. So grab a snack and let's go. Rituals? Yes, rituals, not routines. And we're about to learn about how rituals can become your secret weapon, because rituals can flip the switch into focus mode even when your willpower is at a big fat zero. So squirrels, if you, like me, sometimes need a little bit of extra pep in your step and you simply don't know how to make it happen, stick with me. I'm going to teach you all my best tips and tricks. First of all, routines suck for neurodivergent minds. A routine is a repeated sequence of actions, but a ritual is a repeated sequence with emotional or sensory significance. So it signals your brain to shift state. Routines can feel rigid, and they also require you to remember what the next step is. Rituals feel intentional, they feel personal, and they feel motivating. Let's talk a little bit about the science, the sensory science of transitions, because we already know that as neurodivergent people, certainly with ADHD, we struggle with transitions. Our brains struggle with task switching, that gear shift between activities. It's slow, it's uncomfortable, it can completely derail us, and it's just sometimes plain old awful. Sensory cues, things that involve your senses, sound, smell, movement, texture, create faster state changes by tapping into associative memory. It's like when you remember to, it's like riding a bike. You just get on a bike and you know what you're doing because you're using procedural memory, which is an associative memory. The brain learns when I hear or feel or smell this, it's time to focus. It's time to brush my teeth. It's time to whatever. So here are some examples of real rituals and things that we do in my house all the time. Music. The same playlist for the same set of activities every day, or the same genre or the same song to start deep work. To this day, I am 33 years old. If I cannot fall asleep, I listen to the soundtrack, the full album, Morning Glory by Oasis, because that is the CD I listened to every night of 10th grade when I couldn't fall asleep. So even now, I know that by the time I would get to Morning Glory, I'm going to be sleeping. Even to this day, I still use that. And if I can't wake up in the morning and I'm having trouble, I put on Paradise City by AC/DC, because that is the song I listened to in high school every single day to get my ass in gear. And there's still something about it that triggers deep inside of me. The second sensory cue that we can use in our rituals is movement. Stretching, pacing, a short workout before you sit down can really get things moving and grooving, not only in your body, but in your brain as well. We can use scents, so essential oils or candles, a specific tea or a coffee smell. And then clothing, there could be like a certain jacket or sweater or accessory that you only wear for work mode, or you only wear when you're doing specific things. I bought a bunch of teas from a UK-based company called Mission, and the teas are different teas to drink during the day at different time. So there's one called Wake, Restore, Focus, Calm, Sleep. There's 6 different teas. And what I really liked about them is I struggle with hydration, as some of us may. And what I really liked about that is I could kind of prepare myself for the next activity of my day with a cup of tea. So if I was going to the gym and I wanted to sort of prepare myself for that, I could sit down with a cup of Perform tea. Now, I don't think that Perform tea is actually going to make me perform any better, but having that little ritual of getting ready for the gym while drinking a cup of Perform tea made me feel like I was amping up my performance for the gym. So now when I feel not so amped up to go to the gym, I sit down and I have a cup of Perform tea, and then I'm a little bit extra hydrated. So yay me. Why do one-size-fits-all morning routines fail? Why do one-size-fits-all anything routines fail? Because generic advice assumes that everyone's brain and lifestyle are the same. And as we know, they're not. For neurodivergent minds, copying someone else's routine will often create pressure and guilt instead of productivity. Like, oh, what am I supposed to be doing next? And then if it doesn't come naturally or you don't remember, there's a big shame buildup surrounding that. Your ritual is yours, and that means that it needs to be designed for your energy patterns, your sensory preferences, your environment. So let's go ahead and build one together. Okay, let's do it together. We're going to create a focus ritual for you. All right. And this focus ritual is going to be starting work. So think about the things that are difficult to you when you're starting work. All right. Now we're going to pick one sensory trigger: sound, scent, movement, clothing, either a song, a candle, a cozy sweater you wear, or specific slippers, or a stretch flow routine that you do. That's your step one. Pick the sensory trigger. Step two, pair it with the first action you take when you're starting to work. So if I picked a scent, we'll go through it all at the end. Step three is to repeat it daily until your brain starts associating that trigger with focus mode. And you might not ever feel like it's consciously associating it, but it is. And then step four is use the same ritual for getting out of work mode at the end of the day. So let's go through it together. Step one is pick one sensory trigger. We are going to pick scent. And we're going to pick a scented candle, a beautiful scented candle, vanilla scented, because I love things that smell like bakeries. Step two, pair it with the first action you take when starting work. When I start work, I sit down at my desk and I open my computer. So that means when I sit down at my desk and I open my computer, I light my vanilla scented candle. I repeat that every single day until my brain starts associating the trigger with focus mode. And step four is to use the same ritual for getting out of work mode. So when I'm ready to end work mode and I leave my desk, I blow out the candle. And that's when we close the loop on that particular ritual. Listen, guys, you're allowed to do the things that work for you. Rituals give your brain a shortcut into focus with no pep talks required. You don't need any motivation. And your challenge, okay, take the live walkthrough and build one small ritual this week that works for you, and commit to using it before every work session. Over time, the ritual will start doing some of the heavy lifting for you. And even when it fails, that's okay. You can always revisit it again. It didn't go anywhere. Don't be so hard on yourself. Set you a good ritual today. Get you a nice teacup, a nice mug, a nice drinky drink, something that will trigger, okay, this is me starting my focus mode. I believe in you, squirrels. We can do this. And until then, I will see you next time. Bye.